Hey everybody, thank you for all the subscribers. Appreciate you. Welcome. I appreciate all of the advice and support I've had in my past videos. This time today, the first thing I'm going to do is just a little product review and walk through some testing of this new device, and then at the end, if you stay long enough and if you want to, I'll do an update on some changes, some different things I've done to my Pico aquarium in my office. Anyhow, I bought two of these, and the reason is I was getting inconsistent results with the first one that I purchased from from the Reef Rack in a local fish shop in somewhere in Kansas. Anyhow, I wasn't really happy with the results I was getting by comparing to the optical refractometer that I had. It's not an expensive one, it's just a generic one you get off of Amazon, but I did use the Salinity refractometer check. It's supposed to be 1.026 or 35 ppt, and I calibrated it and I still get 0.004 difference between this and a refractometer. So I think that's too far off, but anyhow, I bought two. I'm going to walk through several tests with this. I'm going to attempt to do it one-handed. I don't know how it's going to happen, but what I'll do is I'll test using the way they suggest you do this, using the little rubber cup that they provide you. You put the probe inside the cup, you scoop some water in it, and it gives you the result. They tell you do not use this directly inside the aquarium because you will get electrical interference from the other equipment inside the tank. So what I thought was I'll test it first the way they tell me to, then I'll pull some water out of the aquarium, put it into a glass container, test it in there, see what the results are, and I'll also test it inside the aquarium and just see what the differences are. After each one, I've got some tap water. I'll rinse it out, dry it off with each one, and see if I get consistent results. Let's get started. One-handed, okay. Get it in there. I apologize. This is, I need a dead gum tripod. Okay, let's try this. Oh, line it up. Okay. It's not. There we go. Okay, turn it on. It's flashing that it's ready. So just scoop. It beeps. It's flashing. It's reading. It's measuring. Okay, 1.021, which my target's 1.026. So I don't understand. I don't get it, but it's what it says it is. Next, 28. It's so low. And that's really accurate. That's pretty accurate. They do say that the salinity or the specific gravity is plus or minus. Turn it off. 0.001. So should be right. Let me dry this off. Okay, second one. Turn it on. Scoop. No difference. Shows the exact same amount. Bit difference there. Okay, now for the test where I'm going to leave the cup and everything inside the aquarium and let it measure it in there. So it is ready. Okay, inside the cup, measures. Temperature, that's closer to what I think is accurate. Okay. All right, testing the one from Saltwater Aquarium. It's ready. I'm just going to put it inside the tank and measure. Okay. this one's consistently measuring temperature higher than the other one. Anyway, okay, but specific gravity is consistently measuring the same thing with this little rubber thing. I don't know what kind of magical properties that thing has, but we're going to test it now without the rubber scoop, directly in the tank. Okay, no magical rubber scoop, just directly in the tank. Do this. It says it's ready, so boom. Okay, that's about what I've been getting, either 1 to 2 higher if I do not use the magical rubber scoop. A little higher on the temperature. Okay, the saltwater aquarium model. It's the same thing. I keep calling it the model. It's the one from Saltwater Aquarium, but go directly. It is ready. Okay, consistent, getting the same reading. Let's see how much higher the temperature is. Yeah, definitely reading a higher temperature. I don't know why. So anyway, okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is take water out of the aquarium, put it into this glass and see if it makes any kind of difference at all. Okay, temperature reading is probably not going to be the best on this one just because it's going to be sitting out of the aquarium for a little while, but we'll start with this one. See what we get. Okay, basically the same thing as putting it directly in the aquarium. Wow, definitely cooler. I mean, I haven't even had this water out of the aquarium for 10 seconds. That is really weird. Okay, saltwater aquarium purchase. Here we go. Okay, basically not touching anything down there. Consistently higher reading in temperature. That's goofy nuts. I don't understand that. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what to think of that. If I used this refractometer calibrated to 1.026 here and then tested with this water, waited 30 seconds for it to adjust to the temperature, I get 1.025 or 1.026 every time with that refractometer. But these two, I get 1.022 or 1.021. Whether, if I use the cap or the cup, I get 1.021. If I don't use the cup, I get 1.022. To me, that seems like too big of a difference. Now, because both of these are reading the same thing, I can't blame that these are off. I can't blame it on these. I guess these are right. Okay, let's test each one against this calibration fluid. What I'm going to do is just pour the entire contents into here. Make sure there's no 1.027. Okay, it's supposed to be 1.026. This is the one from the Reef Rack, or 35 ppts. That is so strange. It's supposed to measure 1.026 and 35 ppt. I've tested this previously and it was dead on accurate. I don't know what has changed. Okay, the other one. Okay. Until it's ready. It's like instantly ready. Okay. Make sure I don't get any air bubbles. That's 35 ppt. And 2 degrees. Coral View told me is that these zero out every time they're turned off, and and there is no calibration for these, and they say that the method to determine if these are reading accurate is by putting this in RODI water and turning this on and putting it in RODI water, and it will read 1.000. And they do. If I missed something, skipped over something, if you have a question specifically about these, let me know in the comments. I'll follow up in my next update on those comments, address them individually as I come across those comments. Stay tuned next for an update and some adjustments, some changes I've made to the aquarium. Hello and welcome back. I just finished this review. If you're still around, it's because you are curious about the things I've done, changes I've made. Hasn't really been a whole lot going on in here. Everybody's just growing, doing fine. One thing that is frustrating me is the growth of these stupid pest anemones. Not growth, maybe propagation. I don't know. They're starting to pop up everywhere. I have Aptasia X that I've tried to use a couple of times. They work on those, but I may be doing it wrong. I'm probably doing it wrong. It doesn't completely eliminate them because they still show up in other places of the tank. So I think I'm gonna put a peppermint shrimp in there. I think I'm gonna do it. I just don't want it. I want them to end up picking on anything else inside the aquarium. If you guys have a better solution or another way, let me know in the comments and I may redirect it. But as far as I'm concerned, tomorrow I'm going to pick one up. Okay. Excuse me. The other thing I did was I picked up this bad boy. I guess I could do a review on that thing too. But I like it. With the curved glass here, it's really handy. It's the Toonsy, I think that's how you say it, Toonsy Nano, no, not Nano, Pico Care Magnet. Works really good to get into the those curved round edges. It is kind of thick. If you look at it from the side, it is definitely kind of thick. It has difficult time, like whenever you come around here. Well, it doesn't fit between there, but oh well, see, that's a problem. Fail. So now I'm gonna have to reach in there and turn that stupid thing around. Anyway, I like it. It does its, as long as you're not trying to film and do this at the same time, it works. It does a good job. It scrapes. I just do it, once a week or so, and it does a great job. So I like that. The other thing that I got from In-Tank, Steve's at In-Tank does a great job, just a phenomenal job doing these custom overflow baskets. And this one is not specifically designed for this aquarium, but it had the dimensions necessary, so I picked it up. This one-handed thing is driving me up the wall. It's got the holes in the bottom. It just basically is designed to hang on the side. I've got it going this way, and it overflows in and holds all my media. I didn't cut those. That was from the previous size. I just have to cut them better, but I like it a lot. It's a lot easier to work. It sits in there just right, and but that is definitely a good purchase. I think it was like $16, $18. It overflows right into it. I like it. Gosh, what else? Oh, this stupid thing. I bought this off Amazon. I wanted the ability to record the maximum and the minimum temperature throughout a 24-hour period, and specifically over the weekend when I'm gone. I wanted to be able to come back and check and see how warm or how cool it got throughout the weekend. It is a piece of crap. At one point, this was trying to tell me that it was almost 90 degrees. It's calmed down a little bit now. It just has a plastic probe that the outdoor number I've got the outdoor probe inside the tank, and they did advertise that it is waterproof and can be submerged completely in water. So that's one main reason I picked it up. But it's actually, I've got another thermometer that says it's only 71 in here. But for this to be, I have my my heater, my Cobalt Neotherm heater set to 78. So this may be reading more accurately now, but with these that I just tested with, it's sitting right around 78.5 maybe, which I think is closer to being accurate, because those Neotherms are really close. But like I said, at one point this was trying to tell me it was like 90 degrees, and it's not possible. There's no way. Nope. So just don't, if you find this on Amazon, I wouldn't recommend it. Find something else. I'm eventually gonna find something better. I've got this other little those cheap $10 thermometers that are okay for a ballpark figure and give you a good idea. They just don't record max and minimum. So eventually I'm going to find something that'll give me something that tells me the maximum and the minimum. Okay, those are all my updates. To follow up on my previous video, I was curious and questioning, how to add random flow in the aquarium. I've been given a ton of great suggestions. One thing I'm strongly considering is just buying some more lock line for the input, and putting like a Y and splitting it so that it goes in two different directions. That would kind of give me some random flow. The only thing I may do, one suggestion I had was there's an add-on you can add that has some moving parts. There's a couple of different ones. The Hydor flow rotator thing. It's kind of big. There's another one made by Innovative Marine, the Spin Stream, and it's kind of more compact. So I might try that, and it kind of rotates and shoots it out in all different directions. I'm gonna try that. Also, I've been talking to the people, Vivid Creative Aquatics, that makes the random flow generator, and if I can get a caliper to measure that inlet, outlet, whatever it is, they may have an adapter that will work. The only thing is, if I add an adapter onto the end of this, plus the random flow generator, which is going to be about that long, I'm already touching the glass almost with that thing, so I don't know if I want to go that route. Okay, guys, really long update. I apologize. I try to keep these things to like 4 or 5 minutes at the most, get you in and out of here with the information. That's all I have for today. I hope you guys found it informative. If you guys need any more information or curious about any of the stuff I showed you today, hit me in the comments. I will get you information if I have any. All right. I'll talk to you later, guys. Thank you.